Welcome to the channel, guys. We are back again, and today I'm doing a first impression for Aurum by Kemi, so stay tuned for that. If you like the content, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now, Kemi is a branch of Xerjoff, and I haven't actually tried anything from the house, but I've always liked the presentation. They have these nice, cool little bottles with nice, cool caps, and it made me curious about the brand, and today I have a sample of Aurum. So, let's see what this one smells like. Now, I am kind of excited about this one because not only is it going to be the first Kemi, but it does look like it has some gourmand notes to it, and I love gourmands. So this being to look like a partial gourmand sounds great to me. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, I actually get a huge blast of the rose. I smelt it before I even went to sniff in my hand, so the rose is actually quite prominent. I was aware there was rose in this one, but I wasn't sure how strong it would actually be. But there's actually a lot more coming into it. On that first burst, I got a ton of rose. Here I'm getting a lot more sweetness. To me, I pick up a little bit of the strawberry. And I get just a touch of incense, not actually that much. And I always thought the incense would actually add an interesting dimension to this fragrance because it's a little unusual to have a smoky fragrance that has so many gourmand notes like this one, although I don't really pick up much on it. It is interesting, but it doesn't really add that much because it's not very prominent. Definitely that strawberry is very strong. I'm getting a little bit of like a chocolate covered strawberry vibe, which is really nice. I've always loved chocolate covered strawberries, especially there's some that are like strawberry filling with a dark chocolate, and I'm getting that kind of vibe a little bit. Quite rich, and actually the rose is still there, and I'm kind of happy that it's not too prominent. I'm not a huge rose fan, so the fact that there's a bit of rose adds a nice dimension, but it's not too strong, and that's usually when I don't like rose fragrances. Very sweet, a little bit of a syrupiness. I'm actually not getting as much of the chocolate as I was expecting right off the opening here. It's a little bit there, but not really. It just adds a little bit of a chocolate vibe. I definitely get more of the strawberry. I definitely get a little bit more of the rose. And I am actually starting to get a little touch of the oud as well. So there is oud in this one. This is an oud rose combo, which I don't dislike. It's just there's a lot of them, but this has a lot of different things going on. So the rose oud is kind of actually not really the main player here. At least I'm getting off the first impression that it's not actually that big of a thing. The oud is definitely taking the back seat here. And the rose is somewhat prominent, but it's not particularly strong. I'm getting a lot more sweetness, more of that strawberry, and a hint of the chocolate. There is actually a little bit more of the incense coming out, and that's actually quite interesting. So it does add a nice dimension because it's a slightly smoky, sweet strawberry. And this is not something I've really smelled before, so it definitely has a very nice feeling to it. I think this one is classy, so this is a very classy fragrance. Comes off relatively high class, so I would say this is easily something you can definitely dress up. Although it does have strawberry and rose in it, I do think this is somewhat, or I would describe it more as unisex, definitely because of the oud, because of the slight incense. It does pull it back in a little bit of a masculine direction, so it is fairly unisex. I think a man or a woman could easily pull this off based on this first impression. It's not overly loud, so I wouldn't say this is a booming fragrance. I wouldn't suspect that the performance is absolutely monstrous on this, but I think it's going to be decent because even before I smelt my hand just off spraying it, I got a good strong whiff of it in the air. Definitely settling down a little bit, and again, I'm getting a slightly chocolatey strawberry with a rose, a very slight incense, and a slight hint of oud. But it is nice. It's very interesting. It's sweet. I would have to wear this one a few more times, but I definitely think this is more of a special occasion fragrance. This isn't something I could see wearing every day. I would definitely think of something like this with a suit on, a formal occasion. You could wear it elsewhere, of course, but I think this is definitely one that comes off very classy, and so would probably be best reserved for those situations. Definitely getting a little bit actually of the oud satin mood vibe. I know somebody else mentioned that about this fragrance. I do get a little touch of that. Not the really sort of, I find the opening somewhat feminine of oud satin mood. This has kind of gone to the second stage where it's a little bit more unisex. But it definitely has a sweet, very, I want to say red rose, because it just does give this impression of redness. And so, yeah, it does definitely, as it develops, bear a resemblance to oud satin mood, which is a absolutely beast performer. This one, if it's remotely similar, will also be quite beast. So this one is nice, classy fragrance. I do think it does lean a little more unisex because of the incense, because of the oud, but it is a nice one. I'm gonna have to check this one out more, give you my full thoughts on this one, but on opening, I'll say it does smell nice and it is interesting. If oud satin mood is something that you like, I would definitely recommend probably checking this one out, at least on first impression. But anyways, guys, have you guys tried anything from Kemi? Leave a comment down below, let me know what you've tried, what you'd like from the house, anything you think I should explore from the house of Kemi. Would love, or Xerjoff, but the Kemi branch of Xerjoff, would love to definitely try out more from them. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.